What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I have a question to ask you. I like to try to do these videos every so often, especially when I have an idea, but I truly make these videos for you guys. I know there's the whole YouTube thing where it's like you're supposed to make videos for yourself, and you're supposed to make videos for your audience, and the YouTube algorithm will pick it up, and all that jazz. I mean this in honestly its simplest term. I want to make videos that you guys want to watch, and so I want your input on something like this because it's something I've kind of been questioning and wondering how I would do it. So if you would be so kind, by the way, I don't normally ask this in the beginning, and normally ask this at the end. Leave a like, try to share this video or spread around because I want as many of my audience, and I'm going to kind of do something on Podcast Now to bring people over. I want people to really watch this video to give me as much input as possible. So the idea here is I'm considering like a news recap video a day. Now, it would only be weekdays. It wouldn't be weekends. Obviously, I try not to record videos on weekends. I try to schedule them. If there's something big or there's like an event, like a Ubisoft event actually is in September on a Saturday, I'll co-stream it. I'll make videos. But it doesn't go over so well with my wife. I'm not really supposed to make videos on weekends. Maybe that'll change in the future. But for now, kind of weekdays is what I try to stay to. So Monday through Friday. And the reason I'm asking this is, during the dead months, and honestly, this year has had too many of those. Too many dead weeks, too many dead months. It's very easy, I think, even with how much I cover, to cover as much as humanly possible and to get videos on gaming news and stuff on either channel and kind of cover like the biggest things that happen each and every day. There's plenty of weeks that have happened so far in 2022 where there will be 1 to 3 news stories, and I can easily split that up amongst Podcast Now and Podcast Now Plus and do some fun videos, whether they're ranking or preview videos, the why I'm buying and you should too things, any Scream, Hogwarts Legacy, Gotham Knights kind of theories. Like, I'm able to do that plus cover all of the news. When things pick up, it gets a lot harder. Now, I'm recording this on Wednesday, and the reason why I'm doing that is because today is a busy day, and I actually had to make the decision to cut several, I look on Twitter, or I look in my various places I look for news, and I write them down, because I'm an old man, I use pen and paper, and I kind of go through what are the big, it's a business, you have to kind of pick what I think is going to make the biggest impact on YouTube. You don't want to pick the one that's going to be the worst but I do want to cover these things. Like there are, and I guess again, what I'm saying is the day I'm recording this, there's a couple videos or a couple of video ideas that I had to cut. And I was thinking, well, what if I did here? Here's the important thing. What if I did it here, a recap of the day? I don't know when that video would post, probably like later, like 3, well, I got to do like time zones. 3 or 4 o'clock Pacific, which would mean like 6, 7 o'clock Eastern PM. I feel like that would kind of be the best time because then you would go through the entire day. The thing is, I guess what I'm questioning is, does that take away from videos on the main channel? Does it even take away from videos on the second channel? But then I'm thinking, well, what if I just did something like, even if there were big video or big topics, I gotta stop calling them videos. Even if there were big topics, I could cover them individually, right? And make an actual video on the main channel, on here, whatever makes sense. But if it happens to be like a day like today, so you have to go back in your mind. Today, there was like the Tales from the Borderlands thing. There's also a Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters got announced on Amazon, like the release date. There was the Rollerdrome thing that happened with the PlayStation Trial that it was kind of like broken, which I think is not very good. So there was a couple things. I only covered one of those 3. So there were 2 that were left on the chopping block. So I could still do what I did. I could still cover Tales from the Borderlands in its own unique video and then make a recap video here. I'm contemplating it. I guess my question would be, and maybe I just should let it go in that way, if I did like a recap video, would that be the video a day on this channel? So Podcast Now Plus only gets 1 video a day, whereas Podcast Now gets God knows how many, 3 or 4, right? This channel gets 1. So could I do 2 here? And that's then increasing how much I have to do per day, which honestly I don't really need in my life. So I'm thinking on the busiest days, I may try to just pick the biggest things possible and then put everything else, including those big things, in a recap video on this channel. Ultimately, I definitely want your feedback. Like, that's the entire point of this video. I know this video won't do well. These kind of videos where you like ask your audience what they want to see, shockingly, does not do as well as you would think. So I know it's not going to do well, but I definitely want to hear from literally anybody that watches. Constructive criticism, whatever. You can definitely throw that my way too. But like, what should I do here? Ultimately, where I'm sitting now, see, it's hard because Tuesday's Gamescom, the opening night live Jeff Keighley's thing, would be very hard to do anything on Tuesday. But I think my plan would maybe be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe do 1 week of a test run and ultimately see if the videos here, if I do a recap instead of a news video, see if that were to beat or even match. Because if it matches a normal video I get here, then it's fine. You know what I mean? If it beats it, that's even better. Obviously, then I would have my answer. If it does substantially worse, and it's specifically because I'm kind of experimenting on this channel, which is a lot smaller, more niche. It just is. It's a lot smaller than the main channel. I feel like I can get away, even from like YouTube. I don't want to kind of confuse YouTube any more than I already do. So maybe I can do it here. So that's where I'm at. Let me know what you guys want to see, or if you think it's a good idea in the comments, and and really, no matter what, is when I set my sights at something, I'm at least gonna try it. Hopefully tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'll try like 4 days. We'll do that instead of a news thing. Then the only thing I'm worried about, this is just kind of like me thinking out loud. So like each day, say if there's 2 news stories, I'll pick the one that makes the most sense for Podcast Now, and I'll put it on Podcast Now. And I pick the one for Podcast Now Plus to put on Podcast Now Plus. If I do a recap video as the video for Podcast Now Plus, now there's that second news video that I normally would cover as its own that doesn't get a video unless I make it a Podcast Now one. But then again, that stops me from doing game reviews, tips, and I do a lot of different weird stuff on Podcast Now, and I can only do 3, maybe 4 videos a day. I can't have suddenly now like 3 news videos I need to do every day on Podcast Now, plus random stuff that I like to do on that channel. Then that would limit it. I don't know. I feel like, also me talking out loud, one of these 2 channels, most likely this channel, needs to eventually become really specific to help it take off and to finally eliminate all confusion as to one of these 2 channels. I think it makes the most sense to do it with this channel, right? Because if it's just news, if it's just gaming news, and then occasionally gaming-ish videos on the weekend, and then maybe your occasional like Better Call Saul series finale that I did that did awful, I can throw those things here and there, but for the most part, this channel is what it is. Because the main channel with like Pirates and Johnny Depp and Ezra Miller and Scream and then gaming, it's too many different things to decide to just do gaming news on the main. So this is maybe part of a larger, almost like an announcement before announcement. Who knows? Maybe next week or the week after, I'll make an announcement saying this channel is officially, which it kind of already is. But that's what I'm thinking. So hopefully this works. I like the idea. Also, though, again, this really only works if they're busy days. If nothing happens, maybe that's kind of my get out of jail free card, right? If it's a busy day, then I can do a recap here. And then, do I have that mental blockage of, well, I could have done that second news video and maybe it would have done well? Yes, I would have that mental blockage, but at least I would do the recap, and maybe the recaps will do well. And if it's a day that's dead, like there's 2 news stories the entire day, well, then I'll just cover the second news story here, and there won't be a recap video. Again, though, maybe that confuses YouTube because it says, well, you're doing recap videos and now you're not. I don't know. It's too difficult. Let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. Please just leave a like or something very simple as that will help YouTube, spread the video out just a little bit. I'm not expecting hundreds. I'm expecting just as many people as we can get that can give me some sort of feedback. The diehards, the ones that know me, the ones that don't really have problems with disagreements or anything like that. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all on the next one.